Welcome to Unsolved Historical Mysteries. The Lost City Beneath Antarctica: What Lies Hidden Under the Ice. Chapter 1: The Mystery of Antarctica. Section 1: Antarctica, the last unexplored frontier. Antarctica. The coldest, driest, and most desolate continent on Earth. A land of ice and mystery, covering an area of 14 million square kilometers, larger than Europe or Australia. Despite its size, it remains one of the least explored places on the planet. Why? Because it is an environment so extreme that survival is nearly impossible without specialized equipment and infrastructure. For centuries, Antarctica was nothing more than a myth, an uncharted land at the bottom of the world. It wasn't until the early 19th century that humans first laid eyes on its icy shores. In 1820, a Russian expedition led by Fabian Gottlieb von Bellingshausen and Mikhail Lazarev is credited with the first confirmed sighting of the continent. However, even after its discovery, Antarctica remained untouched for nearly a century. The conditions were simply too harsh for extended exploration. Unlike other continents, Antarctica has no indigenous human population. There are no ancient ruins, no historical records of civilizations, and no clear evidence that humans ever lived there in prehistoric times. At least, that is the mainstream narrative. However, there are those who believe that beneath the thick layers of ice, hidden from modern eyes, lies evidence of something far more mysterious. Perhaps even an ancient civilization lost to time. Adding to the mystery is the fact that Antarctica is home to an enormous ice sheet with an average thickness of 2.5 kilometers. In some places, the ice is over 4 kilometers thick, pressing down on the land beneath it. Scientists estimate that if all of Antarctica's ice were to melt, global sea levels would rise by nearly 60 meters. Drastically reshaping the world's coastlines. But what exactly is buried under all that ice? In recent years, advanced radar technology and satellite imaging have revealed something astonishing. There are mountains, valleys, and even massive lakes hidden beneath the Antarctic ice. These findings suggest that Antarctica wasn't always the frozen wasteland we see today. In fact, scientists believe that millions of years ago, the continent was covered in lush forests and teeming with life. Fossilized remains of ancient plants and even dinosaurs have been found, indicating that Antarctica was once part of a much warmer world. But could it be possible that, before the ice took over, an intelligent civilization once thrived here? Some believe the answer is yes. Strange anomalies, unexplained structures, and controversial historical maps hint at the possibility that something extraordinary may be hidden beneath the ice. In the next section, we will explore the myths and legends that suggest an ancient lost civilization may have once called Antarctica home. Could these stories hold a grain of truth, or are they just fabrications of the imagination? Section 2: Legends and Theories of a Lost Civilization. For centuries, Antarctica was thought to be an empty, lifeless continent, untouched by human history. However, myths, legends, and even historical maps suggest otherwise. Could it be possible that long before Antarctica was covered in ice, an advanced civilization once thrived there? Some theories claim that the frozen land hides secrets that could rewrite history. One of the most intriguing legends comes from ancient maps, particularly the Piri Reis map, created in 1513. This map, which we will discuss in more detail later, appears to show Antarctica without ice, something that should have been impossible to know at the time. Even more astonishing is the accuracy of the coastline, which closely resembles modern satellite imagery of Antarctica's subglacial terrain. But how could a map from the 16th century depict a landmass that had been buried under ice for thousands of years? Some researchers believe that this suggests the existence of a forgotten civilization that charted the world long before modern history began. Beyond historical maps, various myths and conspiracy theories suggest that Antarctica could be the location of the lost city of Atlantis. The Greek philosopher Plato described Atlantis as a highly advanced civilization that mysteriously disappeared, while he placed Atlantis beyond the Pillars of Hercules believed to be the Strait of Gibraltar. Some theorists argue that shifting ice ages and geological movements could mean that Atlantis was actually Antarctica. If true, this would mean that an entire civilization was buried under the ice tens of thousands of years ago. Another intriguing theory connects Antarctica to the ancient Sumerians and their gods, the Anunnaki. Some believe that the Anunnaki, often linked to extraterrestrial origins, may have had a base in Antarctica. According to this theory, an advanced race could have established a colony on the continent before it was frozen over. Some even suggest that this base still exists deep underground, hidden from the public by global governments. While this idea may sound like science fiction, it continues to fuel speculation and conspiracy theories. Adding to the mystery, there have been reports of unusual structures detected beneath the ice using radar technology. In 2016, satellite images appeared to show a massive oval-shaped structure, leading to speculation that it could be an ancient ruin or even an artificial dome. Some believe that secret military missions have been sent to investigate these anomalies, but little information has been made public. Could it be that authorities are hiding evidence of an ancient civilization buried beneath the ice? Of course, mainstream historians and scientists dismiss these theories, arguing that there is no solid proof of a lost civilization in Antarctica. They claim that while Antarctica was once warm and habitable millions of years ago, humans did not exist in a form capable of building advanced societies at that time. However, gaps in the historical record and strange findings keep the mystery alive. In the next section, we will examine some of the most intriguing discoveries made beneath the Antarctic ice, strange structures, underground lakes, and radar anomalies that challenge our understanding of what lies hidden below. Could these discoveries provide the missing link to an ancient Antarctic civilization? Section 3: First Clues Beneath the Ice. Antarctica's ice has concealed its secrets for millions of years, but modern technology is beginning to reveal astonishing discoveries beneath its frozen surface. From mysterious radar anomalies to unexplained structures, the evidence suggests that something unexpected may be hidden deep below. One of the most exciting breakthroughs came from satellite imaging and ice-penetrating radar. In recent years, scientists have detected unusual formations buried beneath the thick ice sheets. Some of these structures appear to be geometric in shape, something rarely found in nature. In 2016, images from Google Earth sparked controversy when they seemed to show a massive oval-shaped object buried under the ice. Speculation ranged from an ancient ruin to an artificial dome, while skeptics argue that it is just a natural rock formation. The exact nature of this anomaly remains unknown. Another major discovery is the presence of vast subglacial lakes. One of the largest, Lake Vostok, lies beneath more than 4,000 meters of ice and has been sealed off from the surface for over 15 million years. This raises intriguing possibilities. If life can exist in such extreme conditions, what else could be hidden beneath the ice? Some researchers have even suggested that these lakes might contain remnants of an ancient, unknown ecosystem. But perhaps the most shocking discovery came in 2006, when a research team using ground-penetrating radar detected what appeared to be a massive underground structure, measuring several kilometers in length. This anomaly was unlike any natural formation known in Antarctica. Some speculate that it could be the remains of an ancient city, buried under the ice for tens of thousands of years. However, mainstream scientists remain skeptical, insisting that these findings need further investigation. With each new discovery, the possibility that Antarctica may have once been home to something extraordinary becomes harder to dismiss. Are we on the verge of uncovering a lost civilization beneath the ice? Or are these anomalies simply the result of natural geological processes? In the next chapter, we will explore a fascinating historical clue: the Piri Reis map. Could this ancient map provide evidence that someone knew about Antarctica long before its official discovery? Chapter 2: The Piri Reis map, a 16th-century enigma. Section 1: The mysterious ancient map. In 1513, an extraordinary map was drawn by an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis. This map, discovered in 1929 in Istanbul's Topkapi Palace, has puzzled historians ever since. What makes it so mysterious? It appears to accurately depict parts of South America, Africa, and most astonishingly, what some believe to be Antarctica, hundreds of years before its official discovery in 1820. What's even stranger is that the map doesn't just show Antarctica. It seems to depict the continent's coastline without ice. But according to mainstream science, Antarctica has been covered in thick ice for at least 34 million years. If that's true, how could a 16th-century map possibly show what Antarctica looked like in the distant past? Piri Reis himself noted that his map was not original, but rather a compilation of much older charts. He claimed to have based it on sources from ancient civilizations, including the Greeks, Phoenicians, and possibly even lost maps from the Library of Alexandria. This raises an incredible question: did an advanced civilization explore and map Antarctica long before it was buried under ice? And if so, who were they? Adding to the mystery, modern seismic surveys and satellite imaging have allowed scientists to reconstruct what Antarctica's landmass looks like beneath the ice. The shocking part? The true shape of the continent, hidden for millions of years, bears a striking resemblance to what appears on the Piri Reis map. This has led some researchers to speculate that the map is evidence of lost ancient knowledge, perhaps even proof of a forgotten civilization with advanced navigational skills. Of course, not everyone agrees with this theory. Many historians argue that the map is simply a case of misinterpretation. They suggest that Piri Reis may have accidentally combined various old maps, leading to a distorted representation of the world. Others believe that what appears to be Antarctica is just an exaggerated version of South America's southern coast. But even if we accept the mainstream explanation, it still leaves an important question unanswered. Where did these ancient maps come from in the first place? If civilizations before the 16th century had knowledge of lands far beyond what was officially explored, could this hint at a deeper history that has been lost to time? In the next section, we will examine the most controversial aspect of the Piri Reis map. How could ancient civilizations have possibly known what Antarctica looked like without its ice? Could this be evidence of an advanced prehistoric society, or is there another explanation? Section 2: How could they have known? If the Piri Reis map truly shows Antarctica before it was covered in ice, it raises a baffling question: how could anyone, in the 16th century have known what the continent looked like beneath the ice sheet. The mystery becomes even more intriguing when we consider that modern scientists have only recently been able to map Antarctica's true landmass using satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar. One theory suggests that ancient civilizations may have possessed advanced knowledge of navigation and cartography, far beyond what mainstream history acknowledges. Some researchers speculate that a lost civilization, possibly tens of thousands of years old, may have charted the world long before our known history began. If true, this would challenge everything we believe about human development. Could there have been a forgotten society, capable of mapping the globe with astonishing precision? The idea of advanced prehistoric knowledge isn't as far-fetched as it might seem. Ancient structures like the Great Pyramid of Giza and the megalithic ruins of South America demonstrate an understanding of mathematics and engineering that still puzzles modern experts. If civilizations thousands of years ago had the capability to build structures that align with celestial bodies and withstand the test of time, is it possible they also had the ability to explore and map distant lands, including Antarctica? Another controversial idea is that Antarctica wasn't always covered in ice during human history. Some researchers propose that during the last ice age, which ended around 12,000 years ago, parts of Antarctica may have been ice-free. If an ancient civilization existed during this period, they might have documented the true shape of the continent before it was buried under ice. This theory aligns with the concept of Earth crust displacement, a hypothesis proposed by Charles Hapgood, which suggests that shifts in the planet's outer crust could have rapidly moved Antarctica into the polar region, freezing it in place. Even Albert Einstein found Hapgood's theory intriguing and wrote a foreword for his book. But if an ancient civilization did map Antarctica before the Ice Age, what happened to them? Were they wiped out by a catastrophic event, such as the sudden climate shift that ended the last Ice Age? And if their knowledge survived through ancient maps, how much more information has been lost to time? Mainstream historians, of course, dismiss these ideas. They argue that the Piri Reis map is simply a combination of old maps that happen to resemble Antarctica. But even if that's the case, it doesn't explain where these older maps originated. Could there be other, undiscovered records of ancient knowledge, hidden in forgotten archives or lost ruins? In the next section, we will look at the modern analysis of the Piri Reis map. Scientists and historians have studied its accuracy, and while some dismiss its significance, others argue that it contains details that defy conventional explanations. Could this map be one of the greatest clues to an unknown chapter in human history? Section 3: Modern Analysis and Skepticism. Since its discovery in 1929, the Piri Reis map has sparked debate among historians, archaeologists, and researchers. Some claim it provides evidence of lost ancient knowledge, while others argue that its mysteries can be explained by conventional history. But what does modern analysis reveal about its accuracy? One of the most striking features of the map is its detailed depiction of South America's eastern coastline. For a map created in 1513, just 2 decades after Columbus's voyages, this level of precision is surprising. European explorers had not yet fully mapped the continent, yet the Piri Reis map seems to show accurate details that should have been unknown at the time. Some researchers believe this suggests access to older, advanced sources, possibly from an ancient civilization. However, skeptics argue that the resemblance is coincidental, and that errors in navigation and cartography could account for any perceived accuracy. The most controversial aspect of the map is its supposed depiction of Antarctica. Supporters of the lost civilization theory argue that it shows the continent's coastline, as it would have appeared before it was covered in ice. This raises the question, how could anyone in the 16th century have known this? Some researchers speculate that ancient seafarers explored Antarctica thousands of years ago, recording its true geography before ice engulfed it. Others suggest that remnants of a forgotten civilization may have passed down this knowledge through maps that were later lost. However, mainstream historians dismiss this idea. They argue that what appears to be Antarctica on the map is actually a distorted representation of South America's southernmost regions. Additionally, skeptics point out that the human brain tends to recognize familiar patterns, even when none exist. This phenomenon, known as pareidolia, may explain why some believe the map accurately depicts Antarctica's hidden coastline. In 1960, the U.S. Air Force conducted a study comparing the Piri Reis map to modern geographical data. Their findings were inconclusive. While certain features bore a resemblance to Antarctica's subglacial terrain, others did not align. This led many experts to conclude that the map is not proof of lost ancient knowledge, but rather a compilation of older charts with inaccuracies. Yet, some questions remain unanswered. If Piri Reis used older maps, where did those sources come from? And how much ancient knowledge has been lost to time? In the next chapter, we will shift from historical maps to modern discoveries beneath the Antarctic ice, hidden lakes, strange radar anomalies, and the possibility of ancient structures buried deep below. Could these findings finally reveal what lies beneath the frozen continent? Chapter 3: Subglacial Lakes and Hidden Structures. Section 1: The Discovery of Lake Vostok. Beneath Antarctica's vast ice sheet lies a hidden world, untouched for millions of years. One of the most astonishing discoveries beneath this frozen continent is Lake Vostok, a massive subglacial lake buried under more than 4,000 meters of ice. Sealed away from the surface for at least 15 million years, this lake has remained in total isolation, making it one of the most mysterious and intriguing places on Earth. Scientists believe it may hold clues not only to Earth's past, but also to the possibility of extraterrestrial life in extreme environments. Lake Vostok is one of over 400 subglacial lakes discovered beneath Antarctica, but it is by far the largest. It stretches over 250 kilometers in length and 50 kilometers in width, covering an area similar to Lake Ontario. It holds an estimated 5,400 cubic kilometers of water, making it one of the largest lakes on Earth, despite being buried beneath kilometers of ice. Unlike other frozen lakes, Lake Vostok remains liquid due to geothermal heat from the Earth's interior, which prevents it from freezing solid. For decades, scientists have speculated about what might be living in this hidden lake. Since it has been sealed off from the rest of the world for millions of years, some believe that unique microbial life could have evolved in total isolation, adapting to the extreme environment of freezing temperatures, total darkness, and high pressure. In 2012, Russian scientists successfully drilled through the ice and retrieved the first water samples from the lake. Their findings were shocking. Traces of unknown microorganisms that did not match any previously catalogued life forms. This led to speculation that Lake Vostok might harbor completely unique life, possibly even ancient species that have remained unchanged since prehistoric times. But Lake Vostok's mystery doesn't stop at the possibility of unknown life. Some researchers have detected strange magnetic anomalies near the lake, leading to wild theories that something artificial, perhaps even an ancient structure, might be buried deep beneath the ice. In the 1990s, a NASA satellite survey detected an unusual heat signature in the area, sparking speculation that something other than geothermal activity might be at play. Some believe that if an ancient civilization ever existed in Antarctica before it was frozen, its remnants could be hidden beneath the ice, waiting to be discovered. Adding to the intrigue, reports have surfaced over the years, suggesting that certain scientific expeditions in Antarctica may have been classified or restricted by government agencies. Why? Some conspiracy theorists argue that Lake Vostok, and perhaps other hidden locations beneath the ice, hold secrets that could change our understanding of history. Could it be that something extraordinary lies beneath Antarctica, and if so, is it being deliberately kept from the public? In the next section, we will explore even more puzzling discoveries. Radar anomalies and mysterious structures detected beneath the ice. Could these be natural geological formations? Or could they be evidence of something far more incredible? Section 2: Radar anomalies and mysterious structures. For decades, Antarctica was believed to be nothing more than a vast, frozen wasteland. However, ground-penetrating radar technology has revealed shocking anomalies beneath the ice, structures and formations that defy conventional explanations. Could these discoveries be evidence of a lost civilization buried for thousands of years? Or are they merely natural geological formations? One of the most intriguing discoveries came from NASA and European research teams using ice-penetrating radar. These scans revealed strange geometric formations, some with near-perfect right angles, buried deep beneath the ice. While mainstream scientists argue that these could be natural rock formations, others point out that their structured arrangement suggests something artificial. If these were ruins, they could be remnants of an ancient civilization that existed before Antarctica was covered in ice. Adding to the mystery, satellite imagery has detected massive dome-shaped structures hidden beneath the ice. In 2016, Google Earth users spotted what appeared to be a 120-meter-wide oval-shaped object, partially exposed from the melting ice. Some claimed it could be the remnants of an ancient base, or even an extraterrestrial craft, while skeptics dismissed it as a rock formation. No definitive explanation has been provided. Could this be a clue to something far greater buried deeper beneath the ice? Another astonishing discovery involves underground caverns and tunnel systems, detected through seismic studies. Some of these caverns are so large that they could easily accommodate entire cities. Scientists suggest that they might have formed due to volcanic activity, but alternative theories propose that they could have been used as shelters by an ancient civilization, possibly surviving for centuries before vanishing from history. Some researchers have even linked these findings to ancient myths of underground civilizations or secret military bases hidden from public knowledge. Further fueling speculation, researchers have detected unusual electromagnetic disturbances in certain areas of Antarctica. Some scientists attribute these anomalies to natural magnetic variations in the Earth's crust, but others believe they could be the remnants of advanced technology, or even ancient energy sources lost to time. Could these electromagnetic signals be linked to a lost civilization? Or is there another explanation waiting to be uncovered? As scientific investigations continue, more and more anomalies are being discovered under the ice. The possibility that Antarctica once housed an ancient civilization, or even an unknown technological presence, cannot be dismissed so easily. But if there was a civilization, what happened to it? Did they leave behind more evidence of their existence? In the next section, we will examine one of the most debated theories: The idea that Antarctica may have once been home to an advanced prehistoric civilization. Could the legends of lost cities like Atlantis be connected to this icy continent? Section 3. Could this be a lost civilization? For centuries, Antarctica was believed to be a barren, frozen wasteland, incapable of sustaining human life. However, as radar technology continues to unveil hidden landscapes beneath the ice, some researchers are beginning to ask an astonishing question. Could Antarctica have once been home to an ancient civilization? One of the strongest arguments for this theory comes from geological evidence. Studies have shown that Antarctica wasn't always covered in ice. In fact, millions of years ago, it was a lush, temperate continent with forests, rivers, and abundant wildlife. Fossils of ancient trees and even dinosaurs have been discovered beneath the ice, proving that the region was once warm enough to support complex ecosystems. But how recently was it habitable? Some researchers suggest that during the last ice age, which ended around 12,000 years ago, parts of Antarctica may have remained ice-free. If true, this means that early human civilizations could have lived there before dramatic climate shifts buried everything under ice. Could these lost inhabitants have built cities, left behind monuments, or developed advanced knowledge that has since been forgotten? There are also intriguing historical references that suggest Antarctica was known to ancient civilizations. The Piri Reis map, as discussed earlier, appears to depict the continent's coastline centuries before its official discovery. Some researchers believe this suggests that ancient explorers may have visited Antarctica long before modern history records. If this is true, could they have encountered remnants of an older civilization? Adding to the mystery, unusual structures have been detected deep beneath the ice. Some researchers claim that satellite images and radar scans have revealed what appear to be large, artificial-looking formations, possibly even pyramid-like shapes. While mainstream scientists argue these are simply natural geological formations, others point to the mathematical precision of these structures, questioning whether nature alone could have created such symmetrical patterns. But if an advanced civilization once thrived in Antarctica, what happened to it? One theory suggests that it was wiped out by a catastrophic event, such as the sudden climate shifts that ended the last ice age. Some speculate that massive Earth crust displacement, a controversial theory proposed by Charles Hapgood, may have shifted Antarctica to its current polar position, freezing everything in place. Even Albert Einstein found Hapgood's ideas intriguing, suggesting that rapid shifts in the Earth's crust could explain lost civilizations. Despite mainstream skepticism, the evidence supporting the idea of a lost Antarctic civilization continues to grow. Could future discoveries beneath the ice reveal undeniable proof of an ancient human presence? Or is this merely a case of misinterpreted data and wishful thinking? In the next chapter, we will explore the mysterious Nazi expedition to Antarctica and Operation Highjump, two historical events that have fueled countless conspiracy theories. What was really going on in Antarctica during World War II? Chapter 4: The Nazi Expedition and Operation Highjump. Section 1: The 1938 Nazi Antarctic Mission. In the late 1930s, as World War II loomed on the horizon, Nazi Germany launched a secret expedition to Antarctica. Officially, the mission was to establish a German whaling base and claim a portion of the continent for the Third Reich. However, many believe that there was a far more mysterious objective, one that has fueled conspiracy theories for decades. The expedition, led by Captain Alfred Richer, took place in 1938-1939. The Germans sent a specially equipped ship, the MS Schwabenland, to Antarctica, carrying aircraft capable of mapping vast areas of the icy landscape. The mission focused on a region that the Nazis would later name Neuschwabenland, New Swabia, located in Queen Maud Land. Over several weeks, they used planes to conduct aerial surveys, dropping thousands of metal swastika-inscribed markers to claim the territory. But why was Nazi Germany so interested in Antarctica? While official records describe the expedition as a strategic move for whaling and territorial claims, some theorists suggest a far more bizarre possibility: that the Nazis were searching for something hidden beneath the ice. Some researchers believe that the Nazis were influenced by occult beliefs and ancient myths about a lost civilization. The Thule Society, a secretive group associated with high-ranking Nazi officials, was obsessed with the idea of a hidden Aryan super-civilization. According to some accounts, they believed that remnants of this advanced society might be buried in Antarctica, possibly within vast underground caverns or even beneath the ice. Could the Nazis have been looking for evidence of this lost world? Adding to the intrigue, certain declassified documents suggest that the Germans may have built underground facilities in Antarctica. Some theorists claim that after World War II, high-ranking Nazis escaped to hidden bases in Antarctica, where they continued their research into advanced technology. While no concrete proof exists to support this claim, it has remained a persistent legend. After the war, the world's interest in Antarctica did not fade. In fact, the most ambitious military operation ever conducted on the continent occurred just a few years later: Operation Highjump, led by the United States in 1946–1947. Was this massive military expedition simply a routine exercise, or was there something more? In the next section, we will explore the mystery of Operation Highjump and why some believe it was an attempt to confront something extraordinary hidden in Antarctica. Section 2: Operation Highjump, a secret military mission. In 1946, just 1 year after the end of World War II, the United States launched Operation Highjump, the largest military expedition ever conducted in Antarctica officially. The mission was intended to test military equipment in extreme cold, establish an Antarctic research base, and train personnel for polar conditions. However, many believe there was a far more secretive purpose, one that remains shrouded in mystery. Operation Highjump was led by Admiral Richard E. Byrd, a well-known polar explorer. The expedition was massive, consisting of 4,700 military personnel, 13 ships, and 33 aircraft, a strikingly large force for what was supposedly just a research mission. The fleet included a destroyer, an aircraft carrier, and a submarine, raising suspicions that the operation was not purely scientific. For 6 months, the expedition carried out aerial surveys, mapping the Antarctic terrain, and testing military capabilities. However, something strange happened. The mission was abruptly cut short, and the fleet returned home 6 months earlier than planned. The official explanation was extreme weather conditions, but rumors quickly spread that something had gone terribly wrong. Adding to the intrigue, Admiral Byrd made a cryptic statement upon returning to the U.S. He warned that America must be prepared for enemy attacks from the polar regions, a comment that sparked intense speculation. Some believe he was referring to a hidden threat in Antarctica, possibly related to remnants of the Nazi expedition or something even more extraordinary. Over the years, numerous theories have emerged about what really happened during Operation Highjump. Some claim that Byrd's team encountered a secret Nazi base, possibly built during the 1938 German Antarctic mission. According to this theory, the Nazis had advanced technology, potentially even flying saucer-like aircraft, which led to a military confrontation. Others speculate that Byrd's fleet discovered something even more shocking: an ancient, non-human civilization buried beneath the ice. While there is no official evidence to support these claims, declassified documents show that Operation Highjump's findings were classified as top secret. Even today, much of what was discovered remains unknown to the public. In the next section, we will explore the legend of a hidden Nazi base in Antarctica. Could it be possible that remnants of the Third Reich continued their research in secrecy long after the war ended? Section 3: Theories about a hidden Nazi base. For decades, rumors have circulated about a secret Nazi base hidden beneath Antarctica's ice. While mainstream historians dismiss this as fiction, persistent stories suggest that high-ranking Nazis may have escaped to the frozen continent after World War II, continuing their research in secrecy. Could there be any truth to these claims? One of the most popular theories is that Neuschwabenland, New Swabia, the area explored by the 1938 Nazi expedition, became the location of an underground Nazi base. Some accounts suggest that the Germans discovered massive underground caverns beneath the Antarctic ice, possibly connected to geothermal vents that provided warmth and energy. According to conspiracy theories, these caverns were turned into a hidden stronghold where advanced scientific experiments continued long after the war. Adding to the mystery, after the fall of Nazi Germany in 1945, several high-ranking SS officers, including Hans Kammler, who oversaw secret weapons programs, disappeared without a trace. Some believe that instead of fleeing to South America, as many Nazis did, they escaped to a hidden Antarctic base where they continued their work on advanced technology, possibly including flying discs or anti-gravity aircraft. Further fueling speculation, declassified U.S. and British intelligence reports suggest that Allied forces were actively searching for Nazi hideouts in remote locations after the war. One particularly strange document describes unusual submarine activity near Antarctica in the late 1940s, leading some to believe that Nazi forces were evacuating to a secret base. While there is no concrete evidence of a Nazi Antarctic base, the legend persists, bolstered by unexplained military operations and classified reports. If there was indeed a hidden outpost, what secrets might it contain? And if any of these advanced experiments were real, could they still be influencing modern technology today? In the next chapter, we will explore an even bigger question. Could an advanced prehistoric civilization have once thrived in Antarctica long before the Nazis or modern explorers set foot on the continent? Chapter 5: Theories of an Advanced Prehistoric Civilization. Section 1: Antarctica in Ancient Times. Today, Antarctica is a frozen, lifeless wasteland. But it wasn't always this way. Scientists have uncovered evidence that millions of years ago, the continent was covered in lush forests, flowing rivers, and thriving ecosystems. Could it be possible that an ancient civilization once lived there, before a catastrophic climate shift buried everything under ice? Fossil evidence suggests that Antarctica was once part of the supercontinent Gondwana, which existed hundreds of millions of years ago. Back then, the region had a warm, temperate climate, supporting prehistoric plants and even dinosaurs. But the real mystery is how recently Antarctica remained habitable. Some scientists suggest that parts of the continent could have been ice-free as recently as 12,000 years ago, around the time of the last ice age. If true, this means that early human civilizations, or even an unknown advanced culture, could have lived there before the continent became frozen. One of the most intriguing pieces of evidence supporting this idea is the presence of ancient maps, like the Piri Reis map, which appears to depict Antarctica's coastline before it was covered in ice. This raises a fascinating question. How could ancient cartographers have known what Antarctica looked like beneath the ice, unless someone had explored it in the distant past? There are also legends and myths from around the world that speak of a lost civilization, buried beneath ice or water. Some researchers have speculated that Antarctica could be the true location of Atlantis, the legendary advanced society described by Plato. If an advanced civilization once thrived in Antarctica, could its remnants still be buried deep beneath the ice, waiting to be discovered? Of course, mainstream scientists argue that there is no direct evidence of an ancient Antarctic civilization. However, strange radar anomalies, unexplained structures, and missing historical records continue to fuel speculation that Antarctica may hold secrets far older than we ever imagined. In the next section, we will explore one of the most controversial theories: the possibility that Antarctica was once home to an advanced civilization, perhaps even more technologically advanced than we previously believed. Could an ancient, forgotten society have left behind evidence that challenges our understanding of history? Section 2: Could Atlantis be in Antarctica? For centuries, the legend of Atlantis has captivated historians, archaeologists, and conspiracy theorists alike. Described by the Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis was said to be a highly advanced civilization that mysteriously disappeared. While most interpretations place Atlantis in the Atlantic Ocean or the Mediterranean, some researchers believe there's another possibility. What if Atlantis was actually buried beneath Antarctica's ice? Plato described Atlantis as a large island beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. According to his account, Atlantis was a technologically advanced society that flourished before being destroyed by a cataclysmic event, leaving no trace of its existence. While many historians dismiss the story as a myth, others believe that it may contain elements of truth. One theory suggests that Atlantis could have existed during a time when Antarctica was ice-free, possibly around 12,000 years ago. If this was the case, a sudden shift in the Earth's crust, a controversial idea proposed by Charles Hapgood, might have moved the continent to its current polar location, freezing it over in a matter of centuries. This could explain why no visible ruins have been found and why ancient civilizations might have passed down fragmented memories of a lost land. Further supporting this theory are historical maps, like the Piri Reis map, which some believe shows Antarctica before it was covered in ice. If ancient civilizations had knowledge of an unglaciated Antarctica, could it be because they had once lived there? Could Atlantis have been a real place, now hidden under kilometers of ice? Of course, mainstream historians argue that there is no direct evidence linking Antarctica to Atlantis. They point out that Plato's description of the city does not match what we know about Antarctica's geography. However, given the limitations of modern exploration, Antarctica's ice sheet is up to 4 kilometers thick in some areas. It's possible that any ruins or artifacts remain completely undiscovered. In the next section, we will explore another mind-boggling possibility: the presence of ancient megastructures buried beneath the ice. Could there be hidden pyramids, lost temples, or even technological artifacts waiting to be uncovered? Section 3: Ancient megastructures buried beneath the ice. Could massive ancient structures be buried beneath Antarctica's ice? Over the years, satellite imagery, radar scans, and even eyewitness reports have fueled speculation that pyramids, tunnels, or even entire cities may be hidden beneath the frozen landscape. If true, this could be one of the greatest archaeological discoveries of all time. One of the most intriguing claims comes from Google Earth. Images that appear to show pyramid-like formations emerging from the ice. These structures, located in the Ellsworth Mountains, have near-perfect triangular shapes, leading some to speculate that they could be man-made pyramids, similar to those found in Egypt or Central America. While geologists argue that they are simply nunatics, mountain peaks protruding through the ice, their striking symmetry has led some to believe they might be remnants of an ancient civilization. Another major discovery came from ground-penetrating radar studies conducted in Antarctica. Scientists have detected massive, unexplained formations beneath the ice, some appearing to be large, rectangular structures. One such anomaly was found 2 miles beneath the surface, and researchers are unsure whether it is a natural formation or something far more mysterious. Adding to the mystery, there have been unconfirmed reports from former military personnel and researchers claiming that secret expeditions in Antarctica have discovered artificial structures deep underground. Some have even suggested that these structures contain unknown technology or artifacts, leading to speculation that governments might be hiding something from the public. While these claims lack concrete evidence, they have fueled ongoing conspiracy theories about Antarctica's true history. Mainstream scientists insist that there is no verifiable evidence of man-made structures beneath the ice, but they also acknowledge that only a small fraction of Antarctica has been explored in detail. With over 98% of the continent covered by ice, any potential ruins could remain completely hidden for thousands of years. In the next chapter, we will shift our focus from ancient civilizations to modern mysteries and government secrecy. What are world governments trying to keep hidden in Antarctica? And why are certain areas off limits to exploration? Chapter 6: Modern Exploration and Secrets Kept from the Public. Section 1: Scientific Restrictions and Unexplained Anomalies. Antarctica is often described as the last great wilderness, a land of ice and mystery. Yet, despite being one of the most remote places on Earth, access to certain areas of the continent is heavily restricted. Why? Could it be that governments and scientific organizations are hiding something beneath the ice? One of the most puzzling aspects of Antarctica is the strict international regulations on exploration. Under the Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959, all military activity is officially prohibited, and only approved scientific research is allowed. While this treaty is often cited as an effort to protect the fragile environment, some believe it serves another purpose: to keep something hidden from the public. Adding to the mystery, certain locations in Antarctica are completely off limits, even to scientists. One such place is Lake Vostok, the massive subglacial lake buried under 4 kilometers of ice. In 2012, when Russian scientists drilled into the lake, the project was suddenly halted, and information about their findings became classified. What did they discover? Could it be evidence of an ancient civilization, unknown life forms, or something even more extraordinary? Another unexplained anomaly comes from strange magnetic disturbances detected in certain regions of Antarctica. Scientists have measured unusual fluctuations in the Earth's magnetic field, particularly near the Wilkes Land crater, a massive impact site buried beneath the ice. Some researchers speculate that this could be the remains of a meteorite that triggered an ancient extinction event, while others believe it might be something far more mysterious, possibly even an underground structure or an unknown energy source. Despite these oddities, governments and research institutions continue to keep a tight lid on Antarctic exploration. Could this secrecy be a sign that there is something hidden beneath the ice? Something that would change our understanding of history? In the next section, we will explore the strange phenomena reported by scientists working in Antarctica. From unexplained lights in the sky to eerie sounds recorded deep within the ice. Could these anomalies be linked to something beyond human understanding? Section 2: Strange phenomena reported by scientists. Antarctica is one of the most isolated and extreme environments on Earth, yet over the years, scientists and researchers stationed there have reported bizarre and unexplained phenomena. From strange lights in the sky to eerie sounds recorded deep within the ice, these anomalies have fueled speculation that something unusual is happening on the frozen continent. One of the most commonly reported mysteries is unexplained aerial phenomena, or what some believe to be UFOs. Several military and civilian personnel have described seeing fast-moving lights in the Antarctic sky, often performing maneuvers impossible for conventional aircraft. While skeptics argue that these sightings could be caused by atmospheric distortions or reflections from ice crystals, others believe they could be evidence of advanced technology hidden beneath the ice, or even extraterrestrial activity. Another strange phenomenon comes from deep within the Antarctic ice sheet. Scientists using seismic equipment have detected unusual, low-frequency sounds that seem to originate from beneath the surface. Some of these sounds resemble metallic vibrations or mechanical humming, leading to wild theories that underground structures, or even unknown technology, may be buried deep below. While some of these noises can be explained by natural processes such as ice movement and geothermal activity, others remain completely unexplained. Perhaps one of the most chilling accounts comes from researchers working in Antarctica's remote outposts. Some have reported experiencing intense disorientation, time loss, and feelings of being watched, even when completely alone. Psychological experts suggest that the extreme conditions of Antarctica, constant cold, isolation, and endless white landscapes, could be causing hallucinations. However, others argue that there may be something more at play, perhaps an unseen force influencing those who stay too long on the frozen continent. These strange occurrences raise intriguing questions. Are these phenomena simply the result of Antarctica's harsh and alien environment, or could they be signs of something far more mysterious? In the next section, we will investigate whether governments and powerful organizations are deliberately hiding something in Antarctica. Could it be that the true history of the continent is being kept secret from the world? Section 3: Are governments hiding something? For decades, speculation has surrounded the true nature of Antarctica. While officially described as a land reserved for peaceful scientific research, many believe that world governments know more than they are telling the public. Could Antarctica be hiding a secret that would change our understanding of history, or even humanity itself? One of the most suspicious aspects of Antarctica is the level of international cooperation in controlling access to the continent. The Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959, prohibits any military activity and tightly regulates exploration. While the official reason is environmental protection, some believe that the treaty exists to prevent the discovery of something buried beneath the ice. There have also been unusual military activities in Antarctica, despite the treaty's restrictions. In 2018, the U.S. military conducted a classified operation near the South Pole, with no clear explanation of its purpose. Additionally, in recent years, several high-ranking officials, including former U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry and Russian Orthodox leader Patriarch Kirill, have made sudden, unexplained visits to Antarctica. What could have been so important to bring these figures to one of the most remote places on Earth? Adding to the mystery, declassified documents from Operation Highjump suggest that certain findings from the expedition remain top secret. Some researchers believe that the US government discovered something extraordinary in Antarctica. Possibly ancient ruins, advanced technology, or even evidence of non-human intelligence. Despite these mysteries, mainstream authorities insist that there is nothing unusual about Antarctica. However, with the continent's vast unexplored regions, many believe that the truth is still waiting to be uncovered. In the next chapter, we will bring together all the evidence we have explored so far and ask the ultimate question: what really lies beneath Antarctica's ice, and could it change everything we know about our past? Chapter 7: What Lies Beneath, the Final Hypothesis. Section 1: Piecing Together the Evidence. After examining the strange discoveries, historical anomalies, and unexplained events surrounding Antarctica, one question remains: what is really hidden beneath the ice? Could this frozen continent be concealing a lost civilization, advanced technology, or even evidence of extraterrestrial contact? One of the strongest pieces of evidence that something unusual may be buried in Antarctica comes from geological research. Fossil records confirm that Antarctica was once a lush, habitable land, filled with forests, rivers, and diverse wildlife. Some researchers believe that parts of the continent may have remained ice-free as recently as 12,000 years ago, around the end of the last ice age. If true, this means that ancient humans, or even an advanced lost society, could have lived there before a sudden climate catastrophe buried everything beneath layers of ice. The Piri Reis map, as we previously explored, appears to depict Antarctica's coastline before it was covered in ice. This raises an astonishing question: who mapped it, and when? Mainstream historians argue that this was a coincidence, but some researchers believe it suggests the existence of an ancient maritime civilization with advanced knowledge of geography. If they were capable of such precise cartography, what other secrets might they have left behind? Beyond historical maps, modern technology has uncovered bizarre anomalies beneath Antarctica's ice. Ground-penetrating radar scans have revealed geometric structures buried deep below, some appearing to resemble pyramids or artificial buildings. Scientists have also detected strange magnetic disturbances and underground caverns that remain unexplained. Could these be natural geological formations? Or is there something artificial hidden beneath the surface? Adding to the mystery is the unusual military activity in Antarctica. Operation Highjump, the massive U.S. military expedition led by Admiral Richard Byrd, was abruptly cut short, and some believe that the government discovered something they wanted to keep secret. Even today, the Antarctic Treaty enforces strict regulations, preventing independent exploration of certain areas. Could this secrecy be designed to hide evidence of a lost civilization or ancient technology? Of course, mainstream historians and scientists dismiss these ideas, arguing that Antarctica's extreme conditions make it highly unlikely that an advanced civilization ever existed there. However, the combination of historical clues, radar anomalies, and restricted access keeps the mystery alive. If something is hidden beneath Antarctica, what could it be? A lost human civilization? Evidence of extraterrestrial visitors? Or perhaps an ancient technology beyond our current understanding? In the next section, we will look toward the future. How modern science and upcoming expeditions might finally uncover the truth about Antarctica, and what the consequences of such a discovery could be. Section 2: The future of Antarctic exploration. Antarctica remains one of the most mysterious and least explored places on Earth, with 98% of the continent covered in ice. Much of its true landscape is completely unknown, but as technology advances, scientists are beginning to unlock its secrets. Could future explorations finally reveal what lies hidden beneath the ice? One of the most promising developments is the use of ground-penetrating radar and satellite imaging. These technologies have already detected strange anomalies, underground lakes, and possible hidden structures. In the coming years, more advanced radar systems could create detailed 3D maps of Antarctica's subsurface, potentially confirming whether there are artificial formations buried beneath the ice. Another major project is the exploration of subglacial lakes, such as Lake Vostok. These lakes have been sealed off from the surface for millions of years, raising the possibility of undiscovered life forms, or even preserved relics of an ancient civilization. While initial Russian drilling efforts at Lake Vostok were abruptly halted, newer projects are underway to explore similar lakes, using sterilized robotic probes. Additionally, there is growing interest in deep ice core drilling, which could provide a clearer timeline of Antarctica's past. By analyzing layers of ancient ice, scientists hope to determine when parts of the continent were last ice-free. If evidence suggests that Antarctica was habitable much more recently than previously believed, it could lend support to theories of a lost civilization. Despite these advances, access to certain regions of Antarctica remains highly restricted. Some researchers suspect that governments may be deliberately limiting exploration to prevent the discovery of something that could challenge conventional history. If an ancient, technologically advanced society once lived in Antarctica, its existence would rewrite our understanding of human civilization. As technology continues to improve, we may be on the verge of a groundbreaking discovery. Could the next expedition uncover undeniable proof of a lost city, an ancient technological artifact, or even evidence of extraterrestrial contact? In the next section, we will explore the implications of such a discovery. If Antarctica does hold an earth-shattering secret, how would the world react, and could governments continue to keep it hidden? Section 3: Could the truth change human history? If Antarctica truly hides a secret beneath its ice, whether it be an ancient civilization, advanced technology, or evidence of extraterrestrial contact, what would happen if the truth were revealed? How would such a discovery change our understanding of history, science, and even our place in the universe? One of the most immediate consequences would be a complete re-evaluation of human history. If an ancient civilization once thrived in Antarctica, it would challenge everything we know about the timeline of human development. It would suggest that advanced societies existed long before the earliest known civilizations, such as Mesopotamia and Egypt. This could support alternative historical theories that propose the existence of a pre-Ice Age civilization, possibly even the legendary Atlantis. Additionally, if Antarctica harbors lost technology from an advanced culture, it could revolutionize modern science. Some researchers speculate that buried beneath the ice, there may be remnants of forgotten energy sources, ancient machinery, or even knowledge far beyond our current capabilities. If such technology were uncovered, it could lead to breakthroughs in energy, transportation, and materials science, but it could also become a source of geopolitical tension as world powers race to control it. Another possibility is that Antarctica holds evidence of non-human intelligence, whether extraterrestrial or something else entirely. Such a discovery would shake the foundations of religion, philosophy, and our understanding of life itself. Governments might seek to control or suppress this information to prevent mass panic or to maintain power over new discoveries. However, the biggest challenge in uncovering Antarctica's secrets may not be the ice itself, but rather the restrictions placed on exploration. The Antarctic Treaty and other international agreements tightly regulate research, and much of what is discovered is classified. If a major discovery were made, would the public ever truly learn the full story? Or would it be hidden? Like so many other unexplained findings throughout history, the truth about Antarctica may still be buried beneath kilometers of ice. But as technology advances and interest in the continent grows, it may only be a matter of time before its greatest mysteries are finally revealed. The only question is, are we ready for the answers? If you found this video helpful or interesting, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.